Hello friends and welcome to the daily current affairs session. So today is our 23rd week of this discussion on the daily current affairs, right? So I Snigdha take the current affairs related to your international relation part and some art and culture part also, right? So the topics that we are going to discuss today are again very important for your examination perspective. आप कोई भी एग्जाम दे रहे हैं सिविल सर्विसेज से रिलेटेड, these topics are very important. In fact, UPSC has already asked one question in the mains examination on this topic, that is Ashgabat agreement, right? So both are very much related. If you understand one, the other will also be very clear to you, right? So we'll discuss INSTC and then we'll move on to Ashgabat agreement, right? Okay, let's begin then. So first of all, we'll discuss about INSTC. INSTC basically stands for International North-South Transit Corridor. International North-South Transit Corridor, right? So the basic aim, the basic purpose or the basic vision behind this initiative is to provide connectivity, or you can say networking, between three important regions, that is your Russia, your Central Asian republics, Iran, and including India also, right? So the basic motive is to connect all these important areas. Basically it was started by Russia, Iran and India, right? Now Central Asia is also an important component of this program. So the effort is to connect all these distant areas but very important areas through rail, road and all these ट्रांसपोर्ट नेटवर्क्स, ठीक है, कनेक्टिविटी बनाने का एम इसमें रखा गया है, राइट? नाउ द इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन टू आस्क इज कि आज तक इन एरियाज में कनेक्टिविटी कैसे रही है. सो एज यू कैन सी इन द मैप, the blue lines shows the traditional way the areas have been doing trade with each other or have been linked to each other. Is route ke through, that is through the, what is this area? If you can tell me, type in the comment box if you know which water body is this area. Which important water body does this area represent? The traditional transit routes, it's not Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea is already written here. Yes, yes Shreya, you are right, it's Red Sea, or you can say that this area specifically is the Suez Canal, right? The key choke point in this area, right? So majority of your trade has been passing traditionally through this linkage, right? The one shown in all blue, right? Let me just make it more clear for you, right? Now what is the attempt? The attempt is to reduce the distance between these regions by creating better alternative infrastructure facilities directly linking these three important areas, ठीक है? इंडिया, ईरान, रशिया में बेटर कनेक्टिविटी के लिए, राइट, इन एरियाज को लिंक करने के लिए वी विल सी दैट रेलवेज, रोडवेज, शिप्स, एयरवेज, पोर्ट्स, all these things will get developed under INSTC, right? And here Central Asia is a very important part. So for all of you who do not know what Central Asia represent, it is basically these five countries present in the Central Asia, basically Kazakhstan, even you can tell me if you know, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, right, Kyrgyzstan, not Azerbaijan, it's here written here Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and then Turkmenistan, then Tajikistan. Right, so these countries are the Central Asian republics. These 5 countries represent the CAR republics. They are also called as Central Asian republics. Right, so all these areas will get connected after the project is completed. Right, so basically INSTC क्या है? As the name says, International North South Transit Corridor. ठीक है, व्हीकुलर मूवमेंट के लिए जो ये कॉरिडोर बनाया गया है, ट्रांजिट फैसिलिटी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फैसिलिटी बनाई जाएगी, दैट इज व्हाट विल बी नोन एज INSTC. राइट, नाउ द important question next to know is, why is this significant for India? Why is it India interested in creating such a connectivity initiative? Right, so see, here we have these important stakeholders. You can also see that Afghanistan is also there. Right, because of all these stakeholders that are written on this screen, the INSTC is very, very relevant for India. Right, yeah, right. So see, the first significance for India is that it will get quite a shorter route to Moscow, that is Russia. Russia के साथ sea linkage will be very easy, very efficient. The costs of movement of freight, or you can say goods that move from India to Russia or from Russia to India will be very, very low. Right, so freight charges will get reduced. Right, you can say the efficiency of using fuel while transport increases. That means the environmental impact of trade will also reduce. Also you see, as we have good infrastructure, अगर हमारे पास good infrastructure है connecting these cities, that means the trade potential will also increase. ठीक है, अब आप देखिए, when you talk about northeast of India, we do not see much economic activity with the northeast. Why? The reason is simply because the infrastructure that can link us to northeast is not very strong yet. Right, so किसी भी region के साथ, if you want to boost your economic activity, if you want to boost your trade, if you want to boost movement of different kind of products that you can receive from the other country, then you require such transit, smooth transit or infrastructure projects. Right, that is why this INSTC is very important for India, because it will boost trade with each of the country that you see in the written here. Right, so India will be able to boost its trade with Iran, with the CAR republics, with Russia, and with Afghanistan also. See, India is already trying to build the Chabhar port. Chabhar port कहाँ पे है? Tell me in the comment box. Where do you think is the Chabhar port related? Located, I mean. Yes, Shreya Nandini, you are right. So Iran is the place where Chabahar port is located. I mean, India is trying to develop this Chabahar port so that India can connect through Iran to Afghanistan directly. ठीक है, अभी तो देखिए पाकिस्तान हमारे बीच में आता है, एंड वी आर नॉट एबल टू डू मच ट्रांजेक्शंस विद अफगानिस्तान ऑन डायरेक्ट बेसिस. ठीक है, एयर के थ्रू होता है, थ्रू एयर कनेक्टिविटी, बट दैट हैज़ लिमिटेड पोटेंशियल. ठीक है, सी रूट के थ्रू ही मैक्सिमम ट्रेड, इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड कैन ग्रो. So that is why India is building this Chabhar port also. So that means with INSTC, India will be getting linked through trade with all these countries. रशिया के साथ भी बूस्ट होगा, कार रिपब्लिक्स के साथ भी इम्प्रूव होगा, ईरान के साथ भी, एंड विद अफगानिस्तान ऑल्सो इन फ्यूचर वी कैन एक्सपैंड द प्रोजेक्ट. राइट, सो सबसे पहला एडवांटेज, सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ INSTC फॉर इंडिया इज and even for the other countries, is boosting of trade between all these countries, right? Second significance. Now let's see about the advantage of getting connected with car with respect to India. इंडिया के रिस्पेक्ट में हम ये सिग्निफिकेंसेस देख रहे हैं क्योंकि हमारे लिए इंडिया इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो बेसिकली वी विल सी व्हाट विल इंडिया गेन by being part of INSTC, right? The second advantage comes from getting connected with the car republics or the Central Asian republics, right? Now, why are Central Asian republics very important for us? See, India imports or India can get lot of resources from these republics like oil, natural gas, petroleum, uranium, and even fertilizers. So there are multiple minerals or resources that are provided by this area of Central Asia, right? India is already importing all these things, but if we have better connectivity, obviously the movement of these goods will be more, it will be faster, it will be cheaper, and it will be quicker. ठीक है? So that means India will get the benefits of all these resources from car republics if it is well connected with these regions, and INSTC provides that ability for India to get connected to these areas very well, right? So that is why also this is very significant, right? Now third, in the INSTC is significant for India because it will connect India with Iran also, right? Iran also. And what is the significance of Iran? This is a very common thing that you might be knowing. Tell me, what is the most significant fact about Iran for India? Anand Kumar, this is not a platform to discuss your doubt. I'll be happy to take your concern, but you can visit our facility or you can also call us on our numbers to know more, right? Until then, please tell me, everyone else, why is Iran significant for India? How will INSTC, that includes Iran and India, benefit India? Anti-Pakistan stance? No, nothing like that. To connect to Central Asia, or that you can say. ईरान इंडिया के लिए क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? Iran is the major provider of oil, one of the biggest exporter of oil to India. फर्स्ट 4 में आता है ईरान, किसी टाइम पे तो इवन फर्स्ट पे भी था, right? So we import majority of our energy resources, that is oil, from Iran, right? So ईरान हमारे लिए बहुत important है because oil is coming. Then it is again important that we can boost our trade, we can sell our goods into Iran if we have good infrastructure that we intend to create through INSTC. ऐसे ही we will be able to more swiftly and quickly and cheaply import oil from Iran with INSTC. ठीक है? Iran is a very strategic place for us because they have oil, they also have lot of Indian diaspora, right? There is lot of trade also that is happening with Iran, and there is lot of potential also to boost this trade, right? There are a lot of students that are coming from Iran to study in India also. ठीक है? So हर level पे the relationship with Iran will improve and economically we will benefit if we get connected through better transportation or transit systems that are provided by INSTC, right? So that is why again INSTC is important because it will ensure our energy security. It will help us ensure our energy security by connecting us more to these energy resources area, ठीक है, ईरान भी हमें एनर्जी रिसोर्स प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, कार रिपब्लिक्स भी, एंड इवन रशिया भी नेचुरल गैस एक्सपोर्ट करना चाहता है. सो यू सी हमारी एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी, फॉर आवर एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी, you can even make it a separate point. For India's energy security, INSTC is very relevant because it is connecting us to all the areas where all these energy resources are found. ठीक है. There are, yes Kirti, there are some sanctions that are imposed while dealing with Iran. USA impose करता है, but India also gets some kind of exemptions also. कभी कभी the sanctions are very strict, but mostly India tries to get exemptions from those sanctions ताकि India freely trade कर सके ईरान के साथ. So 100% नहीं करेगा, but बहुत लेवल पर इंडिया ट्रेड कर पाता है, राइट. सो दैट इज वाई ऑल्सो दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, इतना समझ आया, राइट. सो दिस इज व्हाट, एंड ऑल्सो as we see the member is also Russia. So fifth is India Russia trade will also get boost. India Russia exchange of goods like natural gas or even defense equipments that we import from Russia, everything will be faster, moving faster, quicker and at cheaper prices when we are connected through INSTC. तो मतलब you will be benefiting by getting linked to Russia also. The next advantage, as we have written, Afghanistan, INSTC, it will help us get linked to Afghanistan also. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, currently we have Pakistan in between us. ठीक है, so we are not able to boost our economic transactions with Afghanistan. हम जितने भी उनको products अभी भी दे पा रहे हैं, that is through air routes, right? और हमें उनकी market का direct access freely नहीं मिल पा रहा है. So अब with the INSTC we will be able to take our products to Afghanistan by bypassing Pakistan, right? So we will be able to freely sell our goods to Afghanistan also. We will be able to help in the social development of Afghanistan also. देखिए अफगानिस्तान में बहुत social situation खराब चल रही है, तालिबान ने टेक ओवर कर लिया है. We do not know what kind of governance they are actually going to give to the people of Afghanistan, है ना. Lot of turmoil is there in Afghanistan. So if India is able to get connected to Afghanistan, it will be able to provide aid, developmental aid, assistance aid, settlement aid to the Afghani population, right? So India will also get this advantage of getting connected with Afghanistan in a better way, right? I hope you have understood all these points. These are the important aspects of INSTC. कभी भी इस पे question आए चाहे ना आए, you should be able to use INSTC in your international relations के questions, because this is a very key initiative that India has become party to and India needs to push it further. ठीक है, so basic factual information is this. आप ये फैक्चुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन यू कैन यूज इट इन योर आंसर्स. इट इज़ अ ट्रांजिट कॉरिडोर ऑलमोस्ट 7200 किलोमीटर इन लेंथ, right? And it will connect all these places, as I told you, through road networks, through railways, through maritime routes like shipping etc. ठीक है, शिपिंग के थ्रू ही मेजॉरिटी इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड होता है. सो ऑल दोज काइंड ऑफ कनेक्टिविटी विल बी फैसिलिटेटेड बाय INSTC between Russia, India, Iran, via Central Asia, you can say, right? These are the key areas that are getting connected through this initiative. So it is very important, right? So it will you can say boost trade between the European and the Asian continent. ठीक है, आप देखिए ये, आप इसको, let me just clear it a bit for you. please make these notes that I am giving you here. This will be very useful for you whenever you have to write answers and all. ये सब पॉइंट्स बहुत आपको यूजफुल आएंगे फॉर योर बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑल्सो, दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो देखिए, दिस इज द कॉन्टिनेंट ऑफ यूरोप. रशिया आधा यूरोप में है, आधा एशिया में, राइट. सो एंड दिस पार्ट इज एशिया. सो वी आर बेसिकली लिंकिंग द टू एरियाज. सो जो यूरेशियन कॉन्टिनेंट को आप कह सकते हैं फ्री ट्रेड एरिया वहाँ बनाने की कोशिश की जा रही है, उसकी तरफ ये एक स्टेप है. INSTC is a step to create free trade area in the Eurasian area, right? ऑल्सो आप देखिए, हमने 6 एडवांटेजेस इसके डिस्कस किए हैं विद रिस्पेक्ट टू रशिया, ईरान, सेंट्रल एशियन रिपब्लिक्स, अफगानिस्तान एंड एनर्जी एंड ट्रेड. अब इसके अलावा भी इसका INSTC का इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सिग्निफिकेंस फॉर इंडिया, दैट इज इट विल ऑल्सो गिव वे फॉर इंडिया टू reach Europe, to reach even Europe. So we will be boosting over a period of time, we will be boosting our ties, trade ties, social ties with Europe also. ठीक है, जैसे जैसे हम यहाँ तक पहुँच जाएंगे, we can even extend INSTC to further areas, तो हम यूरोपियन इकोनॉमीज के साथ भी ट्रेड कर पाएंगे, right? Also, the next important significance of INSTC is we all know that China is building the Belt and Road Initiative for connecting all these areas. उसके पीछे भी लॉजिक यही है, creating good transportation facility to sell their products, to send their investments, to benefit economically by getting linked to various areas in the world. ठीक है, so you can say through INSTC, India is also trying to counter the BRI initiative of China, right? India is trying to counter check the Chinese expansionism under BRI, right? सारे significance I hope you have understood, right? Almost 8 से 9 significance हमने discuss कर रहे हैं, all are very important, right? Now you can also make a note of the members. It's क्योंकि प्रीलिम्स वगैरह में ऐसे क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं कि हु इज़ द मेंबर ऑफ दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और दिस ग्रुपिंग और नॉट. सो उसके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में यू शुड नो इट. 5 तो सेंट्रल एशियन रिपब्लिक्स ही हैं, तजाकिस्तान, कजाकिस्तान, किर्गिस्तान. ओके, सो अभी के लिए सिर्फ 3 ने ज्वाइन किया है, सो आप 3 कह सकते हैं. द अदर्स विल ऑल्सो इवेंचुअली ज्वाइन बिकॉज ऑफ द बेनिफिट्स दैट दिस initiative is providing. Then we have India, Iran, Russia, the spearheaders of this initiative, and then there are some other countries also in and around this region only that also want to become part. ठीक है, सो ऐसे ऐसे करके जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, ईस्टर्न यूरोप की भी कंट्रीज दे विल ज्वाइन विद इट, right? Because this transit corridor is very beneficial for every party that is getting included. ठीक है, सबका ट्रेड बढ़ेगा जो जो इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करेगी, सबके ज़रूरतें की चीज़ें they will be able to import easily and they will be able to export also in an efficient manner. So जो जो members इसमें आएंगे they will benefit, right? This is what is written here. It will reduce the cost of movement of the freight, right? The time taken to move the goods, that will also get reduced, right? Then the trade between India and Russia will boost, as I told you. Easier and quicker imports of oil from Iran, right? ईरान से हम मेजरली ऑयल इंपोर्ट करते हैं, तो उसकी मूवमेंट भी क्विकर, चीपर एंड फास्टर होगी, right? Then again, all these benefits that we have discussed connect with Europe, countering China's BRI and getting connected with the Central Asian republics, जिससे all these things will be able to move very quickly, again faster, cheaper, smoother, you can say, हैसल फ्री जैसे हम कहते हैं, ईज़ ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस की तरह आप सोच सकते हैं. ईज़ ऑफ डूइंग ट्रेड विल बी फैसिलिटेटेड बाय INSTC. ठीक है, ईज़ ऑफ डूइंग ट्रेड, a good term that you can use, right? Now you all know that we are also handling this Seize the Mains initiative, in which we will provide you an answer to write on daily basis. So this is the question for today, that is analyze the significance of international north south transit corridor for India. So India के context में you have to write the significance of this initiative, right, and the discussion will be posted at 9 PM tomorrow. राइट आप हमारी वेबसाइट पे जाके इसके लिए आंसर्स लिख सकते हैं, यू विल गेट द इवेल्युएशन ऑल्सो, राइट. Now the next important topic, already UPSC has asked on this topic, so कुछ तो हमें information होनी ही चाहिए, right. Ashgabat agreement, Ashgabat agreement, right. So it is similar to INSTC in the sense that it is also a connectivity initiative. Ashgabat agreement is also a connectivity initiative, and it aims to connect two areas. One is the Central Asian Republic and the other are the countries in the Persian Gulf. Can you tell me that which countries do you think lie in the Persian Gulf? Right, so it is also a connectivity initiative focused at improving the connectivity between Central Asian republics and the Persian Gulf countries. What are the countries included in? Yes, all these countries, all these Middle Eastern countries, you can say Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, all these countries that are located. So आप देखिए Central Asian countries जो हैं, see this map clearly shows the Central Asian republics, you can see it here. जिनको नहीं समझ आया था, please see Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. These are the 5 Central Asian republics. These are majorly landlocked countries, right? They do not have connectivity with the open seas for free movement of trade and services. So by Ashgabat agreement they are trying to get connected to this Persian Gulf nations and to the Persian Gulf also, ताकि वो outside world के साथ भी interact कर सके, right. Yes, so Ashgabat is again focused on linking these areas. Please focus this map very clearly, try to make it also if you can, right. So this is what is written here. It's a international transport and transit corridor, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, ठीक है, between the Central Asian and the Persian Gulf countries, ठीक है. और now recently India has also become a part of Ashgabat agreement, right. So अब India के लिए क्या benefit होगा? Again to get connected to both these regions, right. So India has become party to this agreement to get connected to these regions, right. So all these countries are involved. Again the names of these countries are important for you to know. Prelims में again question पूछा जा सकता है, Ashgabat का part कौन कौन है. So try to remember these countries, right. Now one student is asking that how will Afghanistan get connected with INSTC? So let me clarify that also. ठीक है, आशकाबाद यही है. आशकाबाद का आपसे सिग्निफिकेंस पूछा जाए, सो व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस फॉर इंडिया ज्वाइनिंग आशकाबाद? अगेन वही सारे सिग्निफिकेंस. इंडिया विल बी एबल टू एक्सेस ईरान, India will be able to access Middle Eastern nations, and from here India imports lot of oil, so that means India will be getting good energy security. India will be able to handle its diaspora in these regions very well. Diaspora movement will be faster and swifter, right. And then India will also be able to sell its goods and services, that means trade बहुत अच्छे से कर सकता है, right. Then India can import energy resources, uranium, nuclear fuel, fertilizers, natural gas, oil from the Central Asian republics also. So जैसे INSTC में हमने डिस्कस किया था, वैसे ही similar advantages India will get by being a part of Ashgabat agreement. That is why India has joined Ashgabat agreement. ठीक है. Now, how will India get connected to Afghanistan? Let's just see in this map, because this map is more clearer. Okay, so this is Iran. You can see this entire country. This is Iran, right? This is Afghanistan, right? I hope you are able to see it clearly. This is entire Afghanistan. This is Pakistan. This is India, right? इंडिया और अफगानिस्तान के बीच में ये पाकिस्तान आता है, तो इस तरफ से ट्रेड करना इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर इंडिया, सो व्हाट इज इंडिया डूइंग? यहाँ से बॉम्बे से इंडिया क्या करेगा? इंडिया विल गेट कनेक्टेड टू ईरान. दिस इज ईरान, ठीक है, ये ईरान चल रहा है, राइट? यहाँ पे इंडिया चाबहार पोर्ट बनाने, एस्टैब्लिश करने का एफर्ट कर रहा है. सो इंडिया विल ब्रिंग इट्स प्रोडक्ट्स टू चाबहार पोर्ट, एंड फ्रॉम हेयर इट विल transport those products to the Afghani lands, right? I hope you can see this, right? India will create Chabar port in this area of Iran, Chabar in Iran, and then get connected to Afghanistan. That is how India is trying to use it to better its trade relations with Afghanistan, right? Kanu, I hope you have understood this. ठीक है? So that is what is the significance of all these areas. Please try to remember the members of both the initiatives. Try to remember the maps of both the initiatives जहाँ जो दिए गए हैं. Try to draw them also, and then try to remember all the significances that I have discussed with you in this, right? Okay, so that was all for this session. If you have any doubt, you can post it in the comment section, right? Thank you so much for joining.